Good morning there, guys. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody enjoys a long weekend. Uh, Guys, I want to come to you and talk to you for a minute because the corruption that I am uncovering here and the blatant breaking of Arkansas law in McRae, Arkansas, is absolutely unbelievable. I was not even aware of a lot of the requirements of our city government until, until they arrested me on that bogus bullshit where they're trying to prosecute me for a constitutionally protected activity. They literally are trying to prosecute me for videotaping criminal activity by city employees. That's what this boils down to, guys. That's what they're trying to prosecute me for. However, back in November 22nd of 2024, I was a witness and I had to testify in a trial in Bald Knob, Arkansas, before the corrupt, I believe it was Judge Derrick, that was removed from office by the voters because of his corruption. I had to testify on a case over there, guys, where Donald Rainey is trying to prosecute an individual for harassing communications for a phone call that he didn't even make, where he didn't even call the people back. They called him. He got a little rude with them because he didn't like the answer because they were breaking the law in what they did. And then the city of Bald Knob and Donald Rainey's office turns around and presses charges on that individual for that phone call for harassing communications. Now, what this is attempting to do is, this is attempting to set precedent in Arkansas, in the law. They are trying to set precedent where they can file harassing communications against an individual for a call that he did not make, where he did not call them back, where he did not technically harass them. They just didn't like the language that he used. Now, because I was sitting there when these phone calls took place, I witnessed every bit of this. I witnessed the entire phone conversation, which was the basis for the charge. Now, November 22nd of 2024, I went over and testified in a trial for charges against the individual, who is actually my little brother, guys. I went over and testified in that trial. And the legal defense for those charges was bulletproof. Now, Judge Mark Derrick found my little brother guilty of those charges, as we all knew he was going to do, because Mark Derrick's corrupt. That's what happens when you have officials that will not follow the law. However, after me exiting the stand as a witness, Mr. Donald Rainey got extremely belligerent with me and the Sergeant Brown there at Bald Knob, which is now the chief up at Bradford. A lot of you guys, if you keep up with our local law enforcement, you know that is not a good officer at all, okay? And how he got to be chief of Bald Knob, or chief of Bradford, is beyond ridiculous. But I got some buddies up there that are looking into things as well. But Mr. Rainey showed his ass and attempted to intimidate a witness in front of a courtroom full of people. Mr. Rainey, that ain't going to work out so well for you. You might think you're above the law. You might think that you can hold multiple offices inside governments here in violation of the Arkansas State Constitution. You might think you can do whatever you want. But when you arrested me for doing the right thing and reporting criminal activity by city employees and not addressing that to the judge, to the court, not addressing that information, which is exculpatory evidence, which proves I was innocent of the charges that you pressed against me, I believe you've opened yourself up to be put on the Brady list. I also believe that you have conducted multiple ethics violations as well as violating Arkansas law. However, let's get back to McRae, Arkansas here real quick, because Joel Pruitt loves to tell me how he doesn't do anything wrong. He hadn't done anything wrong at all. I'm going to relight my cigarette, guys, because I'm sitting here running my mouth and don't let it go out. However, Mr. Pruitt, Joel Pruitt, according to you, you have not done anything wrong. Well, yesterday, I submitted a Freedom of Information Act request up here to City Hall for all the recordings, to inspect all the recordings that are required to be kept by law, by Arkansas state law since 2019. I have asked to inspect those recordings. Now, if those recordings are not there, which I'm willing to bet they're not, because you guys saw how they reacted to me trying to record in a city hall meeting. You guys witnessed that for yourself. I don't believe those recordings are there. Speaking of which, I filed a FOIA request to Bald Knob the other day, requesting the recordings over there of Mr. Rainey's behavior. Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? Those recordings have been deleted in violation of Arkansas State Open Records Act law. Bald Knob's in for a cluster muck right now. But as far as, Joel Pruitt here in town screaming at me, I hadn't done anything wrong, Jack, take me to court. Well, everything's getting there, Joel. And you ain't got to worry about me taking you to court. You're going to have to worry about the state of Arkansas taking you to court. Because the corruption here around town is quite easily proven, Joel. That's the reason you guys flipped your wig so hard on me when I went to trying to record things. Because you knew there's no disputing video evidence. It's easy for you guys to claim that I'm really loud and belligerent up here with you at City Hall. However, I'm never belligerent with you guys. I expect you to do your job according to what the law is. It's you guys that seem to have a problem with it. And for everybody watching all these elected positions here in McRae, Arkansas, it's time to put new people in there. And that's throughout the city government. That means your clerks, everybody. You guys can tell by watching these videos that the amount of contempt that our officials have for we the people when we ask them to do what they're supposed to do according to the law. Now, I know I look like a dumb redneck. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world. However, I can read. I can interpret what things say. It's a shame that our City Hall officials can't put the same concern into following the law, especially in regards to our citizens, that Jack does. That's a damn shame, guys. But anyway, I said I was going to keep this video under 10 minutes. But guys, the legal nightmare, not only for Searcy, Arkansas, okay, or not for Searcy, I misspoke, not for McRae. It's not only going to be for McRae, okay? This is going to go much deeper than McRae. We're going to find out how Mr. Rainey actually got the authority to even be a prosecutor here in White County in any way. and I'm still digging on that. But y'all have a good day now. You hear? Bye-bye.